Hey YouTube, this is AZBill3433 here once again. This is a video response to a video I saw this morning from Smokeeater908 on his home alcohol stove. This is my version of it. I left him a comment and saying that, I think you could probably make one of these out of a aluminum water bottle. I get several of them in garage sales for about $1 each. Now he used the Musa, I'm pretty sure it was a 10 centimeter, which I think is this one here. And this is actually my baking one that I got from Tinny. It's the bottom is actually 4 inches in diameter. The bottle that I'm using right now, the aluminum water bottle, is about 3 inches in diameter, so you lose about 25%. But as you can see, it's running pretty decently, and I've had it on. I've got 1 gallon of water in this pot. It started at 64 degrees, and it's kind of cool out here in the garage today anyhow. It's only about 65 at that. I've been 16 minutes, and we're at 127 right now in 16 minutes. I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to let this run a little bit longer, of course, and we'll see if we can get it up to boiling and see how much time it takes to get to boiling. And I'm going to turn the camera off for a while, and it's going to take a little while yet for it to get to a boiling point. So let me come back in a couple minutes and we'll see where we are then. Okay, I'm just going to jump in here just for a second here. I had to actually lift up my remote feeder slightly to add more fuel in because actually what I did is I put in 1 ounce of fuel at the beginning. I just poured it into the top of the stove or top of the burner. And I have my remote feeder attached. I lifted it up just slightly, and you can hear the bubbles going at about one every second and a half, 2 seconds. You can hear a bubble come up because this thing is a hog. It's like an SUV. It's like a hog on fuel. So anyway, we're at 22 minutes, and we're at 142 degrees. So I just wanted to cut in there and tell you that. We'll be back in just a while. Okay, we're back. I'm at the 55-minute mark. It's been boiling, at least boiling somewhat for about the last 8 or 10 minutes. It looks pretty good. I don't think it's a super hard boil. I'm going to take the top off and put it over here on this chair. And I'm going to lift the camera up and have you take a look at what the boil looks like. I guess it's a pretty decent. Let me see if I can pick this camera up. I don't want to take it off the tripod because it's hard to get off. And so you can see what the boil looks like there. And again, we're at the 55-minute mark. I've actually turned the pinch valve off to turn off the flow of fuel to it. And again, man, this is just a hog on fuel. To that end, I mean, these are okay. I mean, like I said, this is very cheap. You can get one of these at a garage sale or something fairly cheap and make it yourself. The remote I probably made for less than $3 or $4. I do believe though, I mean, if you're going to do something heavy like this, again, this is 1 gallon of water. My lid on that particular pot, fit like socks on a rooster, but I think it would have done a little bit better, and there was a time in between here when I was off camera here where I probably could have had more fuel going to the stove, and it kind of went down to about 3/4 of the of its heat value. But anyway, I think I did just not too long ago, and I got this one all put together. But this is the little knockoff of the Pocket Rocket. This is like $8. You can get this for $8, and it really works well. A canister stove, a piece of, small canister of propane costs you maybe $5. So you got $13 invested in this. I do have, like I said, Coleman stoves and everything else. I think those are probably better bets for if you're doing something like heavy like this. There is a place for the alcohol stoves. I think they're fine. I thought I'd do this one just to see how well it would work. And I think it does work very well. I mean, if I have the time, I'll probably make some type of simmer ring for it, and I think it could be used to cook on if you needed to. It's just a supplement. I mean, it's a supplement that you could use and have, in your back pocket if you needed it. and I think it works well. Actually, you know, that stove really took off when the heat of the pot got up to about 180 degrees. That stove just started to take off like crazy. It was really looked good. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration. I made that little stove up this morning. You saw from the pictures at the beginning, I used the portion of the bottle in which, you know, I actually cut off that portion. It's three quarters of an inch high of the actual stove itself. That's how big it is, and it takes like 3 of the donuts in it. They're actually not donuts; they're just pads. And I cleaned up the upper portion of the aluminum bottle and used that as like a cookie cutter and cut those up. Man, it cut it like right now. I mean, fast. It really did a good job. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this this demonstration. If you have any questions or comments, I'd appreciate them. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.